Howdy y'all, my name is Bryce and I'm coming at you with something new. Well, it's not really new. This is just something that I wanted to play. But this is something new to me, Her Story. And the reason that I picked this up, is there's a couple of reasons. I picked it up a while back because it was getting a whole lot of good press, good coverage. A lot of people were talking about it. I kept hearing about Her Story. And it went on sale during one of them Steam sales for fairly cheap. And I thought, you know what? I'll give it a shot. From what I understand, this game is kind of like a mystery where you're kind of accessing like video files or something like that, and then you use the information in there to try and sort out what happened. You're trying to figure out the case or something. I'm not exactly sure. But I thought, after playing Emily Is Away over this last weekend, I thought, you know what? I should try that Her Story game. And I figured, why not just make a series on it? Make a short little series, because I think it's a fairly short game, and let you guys share in it with me. So let's go ahead and give it a shot, eh? All right. Did I just become Canadian? Oh my goodness. Her Story. Okay. All right. Title's slowly fading away here. Let's try and get my mouse a little bit out of the way for you guys. Oh, what's that beeping? What was that? Oh, okay. Okay, so we got like a computer screen here. Oh, this is reminding me of Pony Island. Hopefully it's not like that. Okay, readme.txt. Okay, introduction to the logic database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The logic database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed. It has been digitally stenographed, and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word, e.g., robbery, into the search field. Click search, and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses that word. To narrow a search, use multiple words, e.g., robbery supermarket. If you're working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise. Use inverted commas to search for an exact match against the entire statement, e.g., yes, I was there. Okay, inverted commas. We call them quotation marks. I think this is the British thing, right? Inverted commas, if I'm not mistaken. We call them quotation marks. To store a clip for later reference, click Add to Session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own to help future searches, please click in the User Tags box and type in your desired tags. For any other further assistance, please contact your department's Information Technology representative. Police Information Technology Organization. Okay. Oh yeah, we spell organization with a Z instead of an S. It's so weird how language works that way, huh? Okay, so we figured out that part. Looks like murder is the first thing that's put up in here. You can see there's like reflections in the lights, and I'm actually, now that I see it, it looks like here's our head. There's like a reflection of, or like an absence of a reflection where our person's head is, which is interesting. Or maybe, no, here it is. There's like lips. You can see lips there. Oh, weird. Lips, and then this is like hair here. Wow, that's crazy. I totally didn't realize that. I hope that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Anyways, really readme.txt. Hey, here's a database I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off of the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit, and it got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on it. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97, but figured this would be enough. Take your time. Okay. What else are we missing in the background? There's database checker, there's a clock, there's a log off, and there's a rubbish bin. Okay, we are logged in auth guest. Enter query to access archive footage. Well, it looks like murder is the first search term that they suggest that we use, so let's go ahead and use that. Querying database. Okay, so we got 4 videos, clips that we can watch here, and maybe this will give us some information to try and figure out where we go with this. I'm not exactly sure what the goal is, other than learning about what's going on, but let's go ahead and watch this first one. Okay.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay, so there she just basically says it's murder. Did she murder somebody? Maybe. Maybe she's the suspect.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Simon. Let's write that name down. Simon. All right. Gonna keep that. I have a little sheet of notes here that I'm writing down, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'll also write Simon in there. And so that should keep that tag. So if I click on this again, yeah, it's got my tag. So if I ever search for Simon, that should come up. But it probably would come up anyways because it's been stenographed. Wait, I'm just looking at the dates as well here really quickly. So 27/06/94, 01/07/94. Okay, so this is like a month later. Again, I'm thinking American style. We swap these. I know that you guys probably think that's bonkers, but we do month, day, year. You guys do day, month, year. So that always messes with me there. Okay, we got 2 more video clips from here that are tagged murder. Let's play this one. This is 2 days after this one.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Okay, she believes she's innocent. Okay, I'm just going to leave that note on there. Innocent with a question mark. All right, and this is another from the same day.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Okay, okay. Interesting. All right, so we're going to search for Simon because that was something that popped up. Maybe we'll learn some more about who Simon is. Access limited to first 5 entries. There are 61 entries with Simon's name in them. So this is something that... Okay. Okay. We're going to have to deal with that. So it's like... Yeah, you can't scroll. So this means we're going to need to get more specific because apparently they say Simon's name so many times. But we'll watch these first 5 and we'll see what information that gives us. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I like the whole like detective-y kind of stuff. I'm big into like crime drama stuff. All right, let's see this. Simon.
Simon.
Simon Smith.
Simon Smith.
Ah, that helps.
He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They
Ernst
do
Brothers
windows,
Glass.
all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
Okay, so he works at a... I gotta move stuff all around on my desk. You're probably hearing me like shuffling things 'cause I gotta like make room for notes. This is the real deal, y'all. Okay, so like mirrors and things and windows, that's what he works on. He's a glass guy. Good to know.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build.
Okay.
He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. And border photo. They said a spring photo.
Okay.
This was taken last year on holiday in Rome.
Holiday room. Best they have. Okay. Interesting. Let's just keep on going forward. It says add to session. Let's try adding to session. So there's one there. If I do this, will it play them in sequence? I wonder. Maybe. We'll see.
It's the Rockington Arms.
Rockington Arms, the Rock.
It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen.
Peter, Susan,
Simon
Helen.
had been in and had a few drinks.
Okay, so they went in, they had a few drinks. I'm going to watch that again because I was looking for names and things that we're going to want to search for. And so I wasn't really listening fully to what she was saying. So I'm just going to listen to that one again. Okay.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
All right, so Peter and Susan own the Rock. Okay. Helen is the barmaid. And Peter said that Simon had been there drinking. Okay. Oh, man, I'm already getting like True Detective on this, connecting dots together and things. So Simon had been drinking. So right now, as far as we can tell, so it sounds like there was foul play from some of those later clips that we saw. But at this point, it just sounds like, okay, he's disappeared maybe. Maybe they found him, but like they don't know exactly what happened to him. Okay, next step.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess. That kind of thing.
Okay. So they're talking about they got a computer, so they have access to a computer. Okay. I'm gonna write that in here, just in case, because it wasn't. She didn't say it, but that's what it's in reference to.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
So she thinks it was an accident, or that's what she's saying, although at the end we remember, we already have seen a little bit into the future, right? And she's like looking for a lawyer. So, obviously I need to be a little bit suspicious of this, I think. Okay. So we just looked up Simon. That helped us a little bit. I don't need to... Can I get these out of here? Rubbish bin, maybe? No? Let's see. All right, well, so this is... You can store them, I think. But how do I get you out of my stored list? I don't, do I? Delete. 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 No? Okay. Well, we'll leave those there, and I probably won't use this too much unless there's like a clip where I'm like, oh, that one I want to keep. I want to hold on to that one. Okay, so let's search. I want to hear more about Peter, Susan, and Helen, because Peter apparently saw him drinking. So let's go out and check that out. We're querying the database. Just the one, huh? So just the one that we already saw. Okay. What about Susan? Same deal? Okay. What about Helen? Aha! Another one with Helen. All right, let's hear about this.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
He likes Helen. He likes blondes. Okay. Argument. They had an argument. Let's look. Let's see if there's anything in reference to the argument. Okay. Got a couple here. How many? 9 found, but we only saw 5. Okay.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Okay. So we got Eric and we got parents that we can look up as well. So, because like the parents, maybe they know something more about him, and then we have Eric, who he was supposed to see, is maybe where we got to go next. Oh man, this game, I'm going deep, y'all. I'm going deep.
He's married couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
Okay. Stupid. Did you say married people stuff?
He's married couple stuff.
Married couple stuff. Okay.
A stupid argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
I just wanted to make sure. So their relationship is clear. They were married, right? Because they have married couple problems. Okay. It's good to know.
No.
I assumed
yes,
as much.
We have arguments, but no, he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
Okay. So they argue a lot, but it's a common thing. They make up for it. It's fine. Okay.
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, he left after the argument. Okay. This is a different day. This is 6:25. This is a couple days later. Okay. Let us, I guess, let's search for Eric. What was he supposed to do with Eric?
He was wearing a shirt.
A shirt, great, thanks, descriptive.
It's a blue turtleneck shirt.
There we go.
And jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked on the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Okay, there's a van and a Cavalier, but they're both parked, so he didn't get away in that.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
All right, not a lot of information here. The Eric set is a little dry.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Diane. All right, we'll look up Diane. Maybe there's something going on between Simon and Diane. Okay. We got a guitar coming up. We got... Okay. Let's go in chronological order.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
Okay. So Diane's nice. So they used to work together, maybe?
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Glasgow. All right, we're going to write down Glasgow. Because whatever she was doing in Glasgow, that's her alibi. So we got to know what was going on there. She seems a little too eager to have an alibi, right? You know, I'm a little confused here.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Fennel. I got an achievement unlocked for that. Have you ever eaten fennel? All right, let's watch this guitar moment.
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Oh, that's it, huh? I thought we were going to get something else there. I could maybe search for guitar and see if something more comes up with the song. Or we can go back and look for parents. I'm going to type in guitar here. And then we'll just see. Okay, let's look for parents. Let's see if there's anything with parents. Okay, we got a whole chunk here talking about parents. What if I do like, because we got Simon is said a lot. What if I go like Simon parents? Is that going to narrow a little bit? It does narrow, so I can get a little bit more coverage if we go like that. If we kind of like become a little bit more specific. So let's watch all these, and then we'll move on from there.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Okay, so they got married because they were pregnant. All right, that happens. Shotgun wedding kind of deal. Oh, she lost the baby.
I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
It was only a few months after that something happened. What happened?
Then my parents died.
Her parents died. Jeez.
It was the worst year of my life. a miscarriage, and then my parents.
Gosh, I wonder what her name is.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back.
Inheritance.
Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, the dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
So it sounds like they inherited her parents' house and they moved back in there. Okay. Something about a dollhouse in the attic. Let's take a step back. Let's go see what happened in Glasgow. All right, and then maybe we'll come back and look more into parent stuff. Or actually, you know what? Let's keep with the parents thing because I did want to do Simon parents, right? So we can do a couple more videos here, and then I think we'll jump back and look at what happened in Glasgow, and then maybe look more into the house thing. I've got all these different threads going all over the place. Man, I should have done this with Facecam because I'm like doing all kinds of moving my hands around and everything like that, going crazy. Maybe I will actually switch over to doing that here in a second. Give me a little more to connect with you guys. And this has been a first episode, so that'll be a perfect time for us to switch over and maybe do something else. So, yeah, why don't we do that? We'll come back to this in a little bit. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying watching her story. If you are, be sure to give this video a like, a favorite, and subscribe to the channel. My name has been Price, and I will probably finish this whole game before I get to see any of y'all's comments, mostly because I don't want any kinds of spoils. You know, I want to figure this all out on my own, kind of like with Pony Island. I wanted to figure it all out on my own. So, I'm going to go ahead and switch over and start doing a face cam for the next episode, but for this episode, we are at the end, so I will see y'all next time.